Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host Adil Raja and I welcome you to my channel Soldier Speaks English. Pakistan has seen this movie before. A military strongman taking on religious hardliners to prove control. Today it is General Asim Munir versus the TLP. In 2007, it was Musharraf versus the Lal Masjid, if you remember. History shows when the state confronts faith-based movements with force, the story rarely ends neatly. Since the Muridke protest and the crackdown, which resulted, as per drop site news, into 1,000 plus casualties, rather fatalities, the state has moved decisively against Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan. Dozens have been detained, offices have been sealed, their online communications have been restricted. The message from GHQ is clear: no one will challenge the writ of the state because GHQ is ruling the country, isn't it? Supporters call it necessary, critics call it deja vu. Now, it must be understood that the reason why TLP is being wiped out from the political scene of Pakistan is as per the military establishment on the request of the PMLN Supremo, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, and his daughter, Maryam Nawaz, who is Chief Minister of Punjab, and his brother, Nawaz Sharif's brother, Shahbaz Sharif, who is the Prime Minister of Pakistan. A country like Pakistan projecting strength is part of political survival. Projecting strength not only domestically but also geopolitically, internationally, to those in Beijing and Washington, just in order to prove that you are the one who's actually ruling the country, because people who are voted in rarely get the chance to rule the country. It is the military which rules the country from behind the shadows. So Asim Munir's camp is building an image of a decisive leader willing to do what civilians can't. We have seen this before. General Musharraf tried to do the same through enlightened moderation, and in 2007, he attacked the Lal Masjid, the famous Red Mosque of Islamabad, which resulted in catastrophic results for the Pakistani military, which faced 76 attacks, which were Fedayeen attacks as a result of that Lal Masjid incident. And there were allegations that bodies were removed from the scene and they were dumped of little girls and they were never returned. The same allegations resurfaced in 26th November 2024 in Islamabad, and now recently against the TLP crackdown at Muridke. The same kind of rumors were circulating, allegations were circulating. Drop site news has done a detailed story on it, and they have shown a pictorial evidence, in fact a video, which because of the YouTube community guidelines I cannot display over here, but I was instrumental in providing that video to Drop Site News. But the pattern isn't unique. Please try to understand. Think of regional parallels: strongman branding in India, Sri Lanka, even in the Middle East. The question is, does strength translate into stability? That's $1 million question, isn't it? 18 years ago, I still remember that day because I was part of the military and I was looking at what was going on. I was part of a reserve force which could have been called in. General Musharraf took a similar path, which was taken by General Asim Munir in Muridke. General Musharraf took it on Lal Masjid operation, right in the heart of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, to send out a message that he can take on the Islamic fundamentalist in the country which is nuclear armed, and he is the man for the West who's got the vision of enlightened moderation. Now, there is, the Indian media in particular, and in the Western media, Because of the Indian English media, there was a perception in the West that General Asim Munir is some kind of a madrasa chap, and which he was actually, which he is actually. But I have always been confronting that opinion, even on the Indian media, that no, he is quite modern because, he is very fond of, allegedly fond of whiskey, for example. So he's not that, hardline as he's supposed to be, but his makeup, the way he comes out, with the verses, with the different kind of religious sermons, and the way he's trying to project his image, and the way he's promoting the mullah military alliance, well, everyone was successful in putting across the point of view that he is a hardliner. So he's treading the same path which General Musharraf was trying to tread. The short term applause with General Musharraf got turned into a long term disaster. TTP, insurgency that by the TTP, the sectarian violence, and the narrative that the state wages war on its own people. They first create these people, they first create their proxies, and then they wage war on them. That really plagued the country for almost 2 decades, and it resulted in heavy casualties for the Pakistani military. The same risks apply now. Heavy handed control can fuel underground networks more dangerous than open dialogue. Again, I'm not surprised that India's media has already noted Asim Munir's stance, calling him Pakistan's new Iron Man. But strength without consensus often isolates leadership domestically. And the same goes for strength without conscience. Within Pakistan, curbing the TLP might win applause from the liberals, yet alienate millions who see them as defenders of religious identity. Economically, instability means lost investment. Diplomatically, it may deepen dependency on allies who prefer predictability over reform. Pakistan is a security state, but it has not benefited its economy. It has resulted in political instability, and political instability is definitely fueling the economic instability in the country. My sources, being a third generation Pakistan Army officer who's a dissident now, my sources in the Pakistani intelligence community tells me that the TLP leadership, particularly Saad and Ans Rizvi, are being harbored by the ISI in their safe houses. But there is a definite crackdown against TLP, and there's a definite movement to eliminate the entire party and wipe it out. And that is why there is a massive crackdown going on. But finally, ladies and gentlemen, it is true that strongmen come and go. The real test is whether institutions mature. If General Asim Munir's approach repeats General Musharraf's mistakes, which it is doing so, Pakistan risks another cycle of rebellion and regret. True strength lies not in silencing voices, but in engaging them through justice and transparency, both things for which Imran Khan is fighting for, but he is in the jail. I'm Adil Raja, and this is Soldier Speaks English. Stay critical, stay informed.